Hi, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good, nice to meet you. I'm Alex.
Jade.
Nice to meet you, Jade.
You
Is there
too.
anything I can help you with today?
I have 1 million set aside in my savings account, and I'm not sure what to do with it. I got the money from after my husband died, and yeah, it's been just sitting in the bank.
I'm so sorry to hear that about your husband.
It's been 5 years, so I'm kind of getting used to being alone.
I'm sorry to hear that. Would you be okay with me pulling out a piece of paper to take notes?
Yeah, go ahead. That's.
Thank you. So you said you have $1 million in savings from
Yes.
when your husband passed away.
Mhm.
Is there anything you're hoping to do with that?
Well, I have 3 children. One's 8, 13, and 5. And
8, 13, and 5?
Yes.
Okay.
And he used to be in the money, and we weren't very smart with the money. And
Mm-hmm.
my oldest is starting school. About to start college in 3 years, but we don't have any education funding, and I'm not sure if I should use all the entire 1 million towards like all the education funding plan.
You said you have a son that's going to be in college in 3 years?
Yes, the oldest one is 15 right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said 13.
I have 3, 8, 13, and 15. Sorry.
8, 13, and 15.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That's
Oh,
my
that's
fault.
fine. Sorry.
Alrighty. And so you're hoping to set aside money for one of your children, the oldest right now, to go to college soon,
Hopefully,
correct?
4 out 3.
Is there any colleges that he's looking into?
Texas Tech currently.
Is
I'm not
it
sure
in
if
the
he's going to be able to
Texas
get in though.
Okay, one option.
I'm sorry about that.
That's fine.
So you said he wants to go to Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware of how much it costs per year at Texas Tech?
No, I'm not sure yet.
Okay. If you'd like, I could be more than happy to look that information up for you for our follow-up session.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be sure to let you know. Alright, so you said you want to set aside money for your son.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name?
Uh,
If you don't mind me asking.
Kim. That's
Kim?
guys, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. His name's Kim?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
And do you mind telling me the other two as well?
Audrey.
Audrey? Is that the 13-year-old or the 8?
Yes, 13-year-old.
Okay.
And Kylie, 8-year-old.
And Kylie?
Yes.
Okay. Those are cute names.
Thank you.
So, Kim wants to attend Texas Tech, correct?
Yes.
Have you thought about looking, or have you heard of 529 plans?
I've heard of it, but I'm not sure what it is exactly, or what, like how much I should contribute, or.
So, depending on the 529 plan you pick, it allows you to contribute a certain amount per year.
Mm-hmm.
With the savings plan, you get to contribute a lot more than I'm sorry, I can't think of the other name, but the other plan you can't contribute as much,
Mm-hmm.
and with one you can contribute whenever, while the other not so much, and yeah, that's basically like just a quick idea of how they work.
Well, even though he's starting in college in 3 years, do you still recommend that I contribute to 529?
Maybe not the 15-year-old.
Okay.
But it would be something to look into for maybe the 13 and 8-year-old for sure.
Okay. What about
The 15-year-old you could,
Mm-hmm.
but you might not need to, because you said you have $1 million
Yes.
saving. That's easily enough to take care of Kim. So you could set aside some for the 529 plan to.
Well, I'm 42 right now, and I'm
Uh-huh.
hoping to retire within 10 years, but hopefully sooner if I can. And I recently met someone, and he has 2 kids of his own, and I'm not
Oh,
sure.
okay. Are things looking pretty serious with this?
Yes,
significant
we
other?
were talking about our future together the other day.
Okay.
But his kids are 20 and 22, so it doesn't
Oh,
look
wow.
like we have to support them, but we may have to consider helping them in case they don't get scholarship or any other financial aid.
His kids aren't in college right
They
now?
are, but
Oh, they
like
are.
next year.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, don't worry too much about them right now until y'all are actually married. If you'd like, you're more than welcome to help them, you know.
Okay.
That's up to you and him, obviously. But for now, if I were you, I would focus more on your 3 kids in case, like, I'm not saying anything bad will happen in your relationship, but you know, you never know. Some things may happen and maybe you won't end up together. I don't know. Who's to say you will or won't?
Okay.
And I would just focus more on your children first because they are young and they are coming up of age. And if you invest too much money in your significant other's children first, then you might not be able to support your own, and I don't think you'd like that.
One thing that occurred to me the other day is that I should probably get life insurance as well. It never occurred to me as, you know, when I was married and, you know, I was a single mother then, so.
Did your husband have life insurance before he
Yes,
passed?
that's where I got the 1 million from.
Okay.
He never talked to me about me getting mine, so I never considered getting one, so. Is that something I should think about right now, or?
I think it is something that you should definitely consider looking into because say there's an unfortunate accident with you, you'd probably would want a life insurance policy for your children. That way, if you do end up passing away early, then your kids will be able to be taken care of by whomever, and they'll also have enough money to help provide them.
My kids are still young and I'm not sure which one, or how much would be enough for them in case something were to happen to me.
I can research into different life insurance plans for you if you'd like.
Okay.
Alright. So then, I know we just talked about life insurance. Would you be comfortable talking about estate planning this session, or would you prefer to save it for another time?
Just up to you. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, I'm just making sure you're comfortable with it, because I understand that, you know, you lost your husband recently, and I just don't want to make you feel uncomfortable.
Fine then. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So, with an estate plan, do you have one?
No, not yet.
Not right now? Okay. Well, you may want to consider getting one, because like we were talking about with the life insurance, it's good to have one in case you do pass away, and that way you can have your assets go to whoever you'd like, however you'd like, and not only that, you'll be able to, do you have anyone in mind? You don't have to tell me, but if you have someone in mind to maybe become a guardian for your children should you pass away, they could go to that person for them to take care of, and you can put that in your estate plan.
I don't really have anyone. I've never really thought of estate planning, but I know my parents are getting old, and I don't think it'd be a good idea to have them.
You don't have anyone that you feel like you could trust besides them?
Maybe a friend of mine, but with
Any siblings maybe?
The only child.
Only child?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you recommend that I use this guy that I just met?
Well, that depends on you. Do you feel like you can trust him enough?
Well, kinda, since we're talking about, you know, getting married, possibly
How
getting married.
how long have y'all been together?
9 months.
9 months?
Yes.
Okay.
It might be kind of early to talk about getting married, but I'm 42 and he's 45, so, and we have kids, so I think we need to consider getting married and, you know.
I'm sorry.
And they're good.
I would just suggest that if you feel you can trust him enough and you feel that you love him and all that, if you feel that he's the man that could take care of your children should you disappear, then I would say yeah, you could definitely ask him. I would maybe talk to him about it and see if he's comfortable with it. And that may even let you give you an idea of whether or not he's the guy to be with, you know? Like, if, should you pass away and he's uncomfortable with that, then maybe you might have to take another look at things. But, you know, it's all up to you in that case.
And they calculated the basketball hoop to be 0.
So all my money are just sitting in the bank. So I sold my houses in the bank, has been passed.
Okay.
And I got 30,000 for it. And they're
For
all
the
just,
old home, you only got
yes.
30,000. Okay.
And they're all just sitting in the bank. And
The 30,000 sitting in the bank.
as well as $1 million.
Okay.
It's like when it lands on a hill, remember? It lands on a hill.
Alright. So then, are you staying in a new home or?
We're renting an apartment. We decided to downsize a little, and
Okay.
do you recommend that we buy a house now, or should I wait, or I'm not?
Well, if you'd like to, you're more than welcome to get a home. I feel like you could afford one right now. You said you have $1 million saved, and you could easily pay off a 30,000 house if that is the kind of home you're looking for. I could also recommend you to some real estate agents if you'd like. I could call up some people and see what they have to say. However, if you're comfortable where you are, there's no need to rush into moving or to think about moving into a home. But, you know, just take some time to think after our meeting today and just kind of let me know what you're feeling next time. And we can definitely work on whether or not you'd like to live in a home. What's it like in your apartment? Is it, or I'm sorry, you didn't say if it was an apartment. It is an apartment?
Yes.
Okay. What's it like in the apartment? Is it cramped?
It's a 3-bedroom, but yeah, it's a bit cramped. My
It's a little
youngest two has to share their room because they're both girls, and
Okay. Would you say they're comfortable there, or would you say it's a little uncomfortable?
maybe a little for the second one, since she's 13. Yeah.
Probably wants her own space, I imagine.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you can definitely start looking into homes, I would say.
Okay.
If not right away, within the next month or so, you know, like I said, there's no rush there.
Okay.
I'm sure they can make it through another month or so.
Okay.
You can also look into I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, if you'd like to get a home, I feel like you have enough funds to do that for sure. Now, with getting a home, are you wanting to pay it all off, you think, in the beginning, or would you rather pay installments
Well,
per
I'm
month?
not sure if I can afford to like pay it all off at once, since my parents they're currently nursing out, but they want to move in because they miss being with me and my child. So
I only asked if you'd like to pay it all off because I was thinking that you have $1 million and 30,000 isn't too much out of $1 million. I mean, obviously it is a lot, but I just figured that's something for like a long run type of thing.
Well, if my parents decide to move in, we might have to look for a bigger house.
Gotcha.
And
then you'd have to sell that one. And
yes,
buy
and I need to think about my retirement as well. And I have about 800,000 currently,
Okay.
and I don't know how much is enough for me to retire. So.
Well, if you'd like, if you could provide me with some details regarding maybe your cash flow and your assets and liabilities.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean by all that?
Kinda. Can you?
So, for example, like assets would be things that you own of value, such as like your home, your car, any land you may own, vacation homes, etc. Maybe you have a boat, I don't know. And then liabilities would be stuff like your credit card debt, mortgages, loan payments that you have to make, that type of thing. And then any equity you may have would be like stocks and bonds and all that.
Do you want me to just write it down and bring it to you, or do you need like actual form of document?
If it's easier for you, you can just go ahead and when you go home, within like sometime within our next session and now, if you could just give me like details, not specific details, but just like telling me, hey, I have this, and that, it's worth this much and that much, and then I can take all that information
Okay.
and then I can show you kind of like where you're standing. Like I can give you an idea of how much you're spending with the cash flow. Like give me an idea of like how much you spend on your credit cards a month, any loans you may have, any type of expenses you do, from groceries to just having fun.
Okay.
And and I can just kind of give you an idea of how much you spend a year, and give you an idea of maybe how much you kind of need.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so we can set that up for you here.
Okay.
And we can help you create. Have you ever thought about creating a budget?
Not really. Do you think I should consider it?
Well, after we go through that process of doing all those financial statements, we can go ahead and we can kind of like look at how much you have here and there, and excuse me, if we have an excess amount of money, then your budget can be a little bigger. Maybe you can spend a little more than you were aware of.
Okay.
And if it's a little less or somewhat closer to breaking even, then maybe we'll set a budget to where you spend a little less than what you were. It just depends.
Okay.
It just depends like what kind of goals you have. Besides, the life insurance, the potentially getting married, and sending your kids to college and all that.
Okay. Say if you were to get married within like a year or two, like how, I don't know, I'm not sure how it's gonna affect our lifestyle since he has 2 kids, and I don't know if you
Do
have
his
enough
kids
money.
live with him at home?
Yes, they both go to tech, and he lives in Lubbock as well, so.
Okay, so then they just live at home with him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you said within 1 to 2 years, correct? And one of
Yes.
them, I believe, was 24?
20 and 22.
20 and 22,
Yes.
okay. Well, I believe that the 22-year-old should be graduating soon, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good for him. Well, 20 and 22, so if you get married within 1 to 2 years, I imagine that both of them will be moving out. One of them at least should be gone by then. The other one will probably be well on his way out as well.
Okay.
So I can't imagine it would hurt too much, because I think if you did get married and moved in together, it'd just be him coming in at that point.
Okay.
And that's again something to talk about with him, and maybe even discuss with his children, and just kind of work your way from there.
Okay.
What were their names? I'm sorry.
Jim and Michael.
Thank you.
I mean, would it be?
And Jim's the 20-year-old.
Yes.
Okay. Just so that way I can kind of have put a name to the face if I ever should meet them.
Okay.
So is there any other goals that you're looking to set while we're here today?
Not necessarily a goal, just worry about the retirement plan and just, college funds for my kids.
Do you have a retirement plan set up yet?
I have 401k through my employer.
Okay.
Yes. And I have 800,000 right now.
Okay, that's a pretty good amount, I think. So would you say that, so your employer is the one who has the 401k set up. Do you do any contributions outside of that?
No.
No?
Should I consider?
It may be something to consider. What is your occupation?
I am